Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to You Must Build a Boat. Let's get into the next run. It's a new day for me, which that changes some things. Certainly, gain 90 gold in an anti-magic event or find the ruby lens. I think if I just go with find the ruby lens, I can do regular runs and warm up there. It is certainly a slight consideration that any amount of break could either improve or make worse my performance on a game like this, and the evaluation of this game is slightly different than most games since let's face it, there's not a ton of story here. This is all about the ability to recognize frustration points and difficulties that you might have while playing this. This is a more of an evaluation on the pure game mechanic than you normally would have. A lot of times games have so much to do about their story that you can kind of overlook a significant amount of other things. Like, a lot of games have pretty dull, honestly, gameplay mechanics that you just kill monsters over and over again. You shoot zombies. You Alright, we need keys, which I can't do. So let's just try and match things while we're at it. And we need shields, which I can't do. And let's see. And keys again. And I just got stuck there. Not a terrible run, no. Not for a first run of the day. Not terrible at all. Of course, I'm not exactly sure where we're gonna find the ruby item. Like, it just might be a random item that requires us to do the same thing over and over again for multiple attempts. Let's see. Keep on making matches, keep on trying. Nice combo there. Just try to smash that guy. He's totally immune to fire, so that was the worst possible thing to have used. What you don't see in this run, any run like this, is the idea of potentially having a significant amount of stored up items. Like, you're not gonna have 5 fireballs on the screen ready to go and to take on some boss. And you might get extremely lucky with something like that, but in all honesty, it's highly unlikely. And I'm just not sure how long this game would have to be until you could get to that point. Of course, we've seen a lot of modifiers, so there is a possibility that there might be some modifiers out there that come about and significantly increase the drop rate on some things. We got a fancy bauble. Ugh. I gotta find something to match and I can't. I'm missing it. I am missing. I'm dropping the ball. Totally dropping the ball. I'm about to lose. So I didn't find the ruby lens, but I do have 3 of these. And that will open the door, I believe, to something. We can't upgrade this, but we could. This is 310, this is better. So we'll take this upgrade. Just do more damage. That is certainly useful. And I probably can't afford anything else. I kind of wonder if there's different paths to the same thing. At a certain point, whether crates are more likely to contain items in a more items dungeon. Good to know. And we don't have anything new to recruit, and I don't think we're going to have anything new to recruit until we run into some new monsters. Gain 90 gold. Let's just try this. Since we just upgraded our ability to do damage with the sword. Let's keep... The anti-magic runs don't seem like they are directly like 100% anti-magic, so you still can do things, it's just not as effective as it should be. Which, okay, that's not great, but that's not horrible either. Man. Let's see if this next one might be a chest. That'd be nice. More items. Great. And I am just at the furthest right possible. But that won't last forever. And I lost a lot of space there. Man, come on. What is going on with this chest? I need another key. Alright. So between those two things, I succeeded. Let's just keep going and hoping that we'll run into something good. Come on. Ah, I needed a key there. So many crates. So many of these clear crates that are hard to look at. There we go. One new creature for 88. Which I think that inherently tells me I can now recruit this guy. Plus 10% trap time. Not like really helpful there. Because I didn't feel like we were really suffering too much around the idea of trap time. So these two do the exact same thing, and this one is way cheaper. And now this one and this one do the same thing, except for this one's a lot cheaper. So I don't know if perhaps at the end of the day you don't need all the upgrades and there is some way to play this and improve your odds. Perform 2 triple matches. Well, this doesn't change anything, these 2 quests, so these are both good to run at the same time. Triple matches. I imagine I'm best, like, is that a triple match, or do you have to do a triple match all at the same time? I guess I should just continue down the path of making matches regardless of whether they're useful or what if they're what you're trying to actually do. Just make key matches when there's no need to make a key match, just to get keys off the ground. Sponge. Let's go ahead and kill that. Why did that not work? Like, why did the crossbow not do anywhere as much damage as I thought it would? I'm still not fully grasping what I should be doing in a lot of these scenarios. Sometimes things just don't seem like they work the way they should. Which clearly speaks to a lack of understanding. The good news is we're so high up that getting an upgrade is likely in a short amount of runs. And I would say in 10 million there was less of that happening. There definitely felt like there were major points where you just couldn't get anything accomplished for 30 minutes to an hour. And I just made a bunch of key matches for no reason. Yeah, you're gonna have to get a pretty good run to get 2 double matches. I mean, 2 triple matches. 2 double matches, doable. 2 triple matches, not so much. And maybe the game takes pity on you, maybe it doesn't. And I've yet to be able to be certain about that. Certainly some bad runs too, but the bad runs don't feel as bad since it's a new day for me. The ability to take a little bit of a break is nice. Unfortunately, since I'm a video game YouTuber critic, like, there's never enough time in the world to allow you to take as many breaks as you would like. Gotta always be recording, always working. It's a fun job, certainly, but it does require more hours than you would think. And more hours than I would generally like. Let's see. Smash keys. There's one triple. So if I could make another triple. Like, that probably should have been a triple, but I bet that doesn't count. I suppose the trick here is to go vertical. Like, if you build horizontally, there's too much of a struggle. I'm having trouble finding anything to match at all. Ugh. Let's see. Yep. There's another triple, so that should be enough. Come on. So we got the triple with some more gold and silver. That puts us at 406. And right now, it's probably better to spend the money on something like this to increase the sword damage. There's a lot more stabs though, and I would prefer to improve the staff damage if I could get away with it. And like permanent damage resist plus for enemy reduced speed. That is so worth it. At least it feels like it is. Like, let's see. For next time I have 360, I could 10% to avoid triggering traps. That's useful too. So just doing more damage resist should be helpful, I think. Make the whole game easier. We're still just looking for the ruby lens and use the hammer horn. I don't know what triggers the hammer horn, but it happens enough that I don't need to really worry about it. Triple matches are no longer necessary, so we're good there. And I've got to find something that matches that would get any of these keys to move in any direction. So anything would line up? So much for that run. It almost seems like the tiles don't move. Next time we lose, I'm gonna like take note of what's in the four corners and see if there's actually any change on when you start the next run. Because that would be an interesting gameplay mechanic. I'm not sure how much you could really use to do anything with that, but if the pro players out there could line up their shots and their runs in a way to have a bad run and then set up that bad run to turn into a good run the next time, that'd be interesting. Yeah, sadly when you lose it takes too long. It happens too fast, so I don't have a clue if that's the case or not. Somebody would have to take a screenshot or pause the video and look to see if these tiles started in the same place that they ended before. I guess that can't be the case, because if it was the case that the things don't move, then it would just frustrate the player so much more You need that refreshing application of tiles. Otherwise, you're just continuing the previous run, and the previous run was the one I was just struggling with to find any matches in. Yeah, so clearly that's not the case. That wouldn't make sense. Breaking more of these boxes. Like, if the hammerhorn is activated by something like shields or key matches or crate matches, like, I don't have a clue. Any of those are possible, but they all seem a little unlikely. Yeah, we're kind of in a weird place though, because it's just gain money and wait till the hammerhorn activates and continue playing until you might find the ruby horn or ruby lens. Collecting brains, collecting strength, kind of unnecessary. Like, I probably have more than enough of that, and I can't really do anything with it, even if I did have enough. And that guy's still immune to fire. I keep forgetting. I'll be glad to be away from him. So here's a good example. There was a fireball right there. There wouldn't be a fireball when you start over again. Yeah, that's confirmation that these tiles aren't in the same place. Of course, it would be highly unlikely that they would. I just kind of had that feeling that maybe that was the case. Probably because I saw a few tiles in similar locations. There's the hammerhorn. Let's keep these matches going. Match that. Match that. And 2 of those. And another one of those. And 1 of those. Did that finally give me the ruby lens? That'd be nice if it did. I'm not certain if it is though. So let's just keep playing. Enchanted. I'm not sure what enchanted means. Probably, I would guess, implies that your staves would do more damage. That'd be nice if that was the case. We used the hammerhorn and we did find the ruby lens. Good. So it must have been in that crate. So, what is the ruby lens? Ultra chest will now appear in the dungeon with more than 150% quality. Interesting. So, as we go up with higher quality dungeons, you'll get bigger chests. Okay. Is that helpful? Particularly? Maybe, maybe not. Damage resist certainly will be helpful. And we might slowly be working our way to half success, like half complete. Enchanted dungeons have a higher chance of enchanted monsters and ultra chests. Good to know. 3 more of those. But that permanent damage resist certainly is striking me as useful. If I could get it up to 100% permanent damage resist, is that cutting my damage down to to 0, or is that doing something different? Disarm a trap before it reaches you. Find the satchel. So quality starts at 140 here, so not quite to the ultra chest range, so that might require me to move on to the next section of the run before I can find the satchel. Let's see. Well, I had that one lined up and then everything fell apart. Just keep making matches. And I'm having a hard time seeing any matches. It's too varied. I'm not seeing anything. Try again. It seems almost like it's intentionally programmed to not allow you to have great runs back to back. I would heavily suspect it's more random than that though, and there really is no programming at all to it. I also imagine if you were really, really good, you might be able to play just better than me. See the matches better. A lot of this game really does come down to, can you find the matches? It's more of a Where's Waldo game than you might suspect on first viewing. And surprisingly, Where's Waldo games aren't super common these days. There's a couple things that do similar ideas, but not quite the same. And the hammer horn is charging up. I suppose that is a way that it is directly ensuring that you don't have the greatest runs. Back to back is the use of the hammer horn to improve a run. Only happens after 4 or 5 runs. If there was a way to increase the hammer horn to ensure you got it very consistently every single run, that would be different. Let's see. Let's see. Keep making those matches. Let's... There was an opportunity to disarm a trap and I blew it. Let's keep on keep on making these matches even if I don't feel like I'm gonna really succeed too well. There we go, that was nicer. Here comes the hammer horn to save the day. Here's a triple. Misty. Like 3 matches there, a triple, and it still didn't kill him. I'm still not doing the right thing. I need more weapon attacks and... I'm surprised. I didn't think I actually did disarm a trap before it reached me, but okay. I didn't even catch that. It's so hectic playing. That is a flying meatball. So unstoppable class. Plus 10% item rarity. Probably not a bad upgrade. Now, there's still no indication whatsoever that you're going to go backwards. Which makes me suspect that all the creatures that we're going to capture and recruit are all further ahead. I'm not sure if max shield improvement really was necessary, but I don't know. It's probably a good point to look at the cost of some of this stuff. Like, maybe I shouldn't use the silver. Maybe I should just keep it and instead just spend money to get almost as good of a upgrade. Deals extra damage against ranged monsters for 481. That's probably where we would want to go next. But enemy speed reduction seems like a very nice, helpful thing too. Particularly when we start running into problems. That's really where we lose. We're losing when we run into a problem on matching pieces. It doesn't even matter what we're fighting. We could be fighting a really fast or really slow monster or just a even chest. So until we can improve our ability to find matches, doing more damage or reducing the speed of the enemy is only nominally helping. Well, that's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.